Hello, I'm Jonasz Rewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Overnight, the Ukrainian Air Force reportedly shot down 44 out of 69 Shahed drones launched by Russia, alongside 2 ballistic missiles. Moscow's troops have attacked energy facilities and civilian infrastructure in Ukraine's northeastern town of Konotop. Officials in the Sumy region have reported. The attack wounded at least 13 individuals. Meanwhile, according to Russian sources, up to 3 unidentified objects, likely Ukrainian drones, have been spotted in the skies above the Murmansk region, presumably heading for the Olenia airfield. Temporary restrictions have been imposed on flight operations at the Murmansk and Apatity airports, according to the Russian Federal Air Transport Agency. Meanwhile, Russian forces have launched a counteroffensive in the Kursk region, after concentrating as many as 35,000 troops in the area. Moscow's push began in 4 directions at once, in the area of the settlements of Pogrebki and Borki. Also, several Russian sources have confirmed ongoing clashes at Novy Put, roughly 25 kilometers west of the current front line in the Kursk region. The spokesperson for the Ukrainian Kharkiv group of forces has reported that while Russian forces in the northern Kharkiv region typically operate in small assault groups with light vehicles, now they have been conducting mechanized attacks with armored vehicles and tanks in the direction of Khlyboki. Russian troops are also allegedly increasingly relying on lighter vehicles, such as motorcycles and all-terrain vehicles, to move infantry forces and support attacks within Vovchansk. Further east, Ukrainian forces were able to retake positions northeast of Selidove and even seize some positions inside Marynivka in the Pokrovsk sector. Aside from reportedly advancing inside Ukrainsk and occupying Lysivka, Kremlin sources are also saying that Russia has struck a bridge between Pokrovsk and Mirnograd, completely destroying it and disrupting the water supply to the city of Pokrovsk. The main directorate of intelligence of Ukraine has officially confirmed its takedown of a Russian jet over the Black Sea yesterday. According to intelligence data, the Su-30SM was destroyed by a manpad system during a special operation. The fighter was part of the 43rd Separate Naval Aviation Regiment of the Russian Air Force, and controllers lost contact with it on September 11 at 5 a.m. A search and rescue operation was launched within 3 hours, involving an AN-26 aircraft as well as Mi-8 and Ka-27 helicopters. It is worth noting that a single Su-30 costs approximately $50 million. Now in the next video, you'll be able to see Kiev's forces take out boats with drones. Let's take a look at how Ukrainians are managing to score such direct hits. The footage is archival and comes courtesy of the reconnaissance strike group Chora, which then operated in the Kherson region. Our next video shows a glimpse of the operations, the results of which you've seen in the Kreminna area in one of the updates from the front line. The advance was made possible by a difficult push through marshy terrain, which precluded the deployment of tanks and heavy vehicles. Small groups of experienced fighters had to clear the forest of Russians meter by meter. The lead role in the operation was played by the Special Intelligence Unit of the 12th Azov Special Purpose Brigade of the National Guard of Ukraine.
Гарантирую хорошие отношения.
Рынки положили?
Да.
Все, давай, сделай. Тупо просто отберемся дальше. Ой,
Fighters from the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade carried out a series of successful attacks targeting Russian occupiers in the Kharkiv region. Strike drones attacked Russian troops, a tank, a mortar emplacement and a radio installation. Despite the Russians' efforts to conceal their weapons and equipment, Ukrainian pilots have become somewhat expert at deciphering images captured from their eyes in the sky and following up with precise strikes. The clip ahead was shot by fighters from the 2nd Mechanized Battalion of the 3rd Separate Assault Brigade. And so, this episode of Military Mind comes to a close. Next deployment at the same time tomorrow, and in the meantime, please stay with us here on TVP World.